NXT Women's Champion.
All right, guys, we soon going to talk about WWE NXT. This recent episode, we're going to talk about Mariah Mae making a surprise entrance to NXT territory. Let's talk more about the red carpet ring. You don't want to miss out on the review I have for this show.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys. We here at the red carpet ring. We'll talk about WWE NXT Mariah Mae's shocking arrival to NXT. You guys get the likes of this. We come into the ring. We'll go over NXT. We'll talk about the review and talk about how the show went down for this week as we prepare for NXT Worlds Collide. Now, the most of the matches that were advertised, we had Trick Williams defending the TNA World Championship against TNA's own Mike Santana. And we had a one-on-one match of Myles Borne versus Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey wins. He leads No Catch Quarter Crew. Myles lose. He stays in No Catch Quarter Crew. So let's check out more about the show, see how it went down for this week. Now, we had here for this week here, we also had very, very good way kicking off NXT. We had all the competitors that was for the NXT Worlds Collide match. We saw a lot of guys in here. We saw they all of them brought out. We saw everything. I mean, this was a good way to kick off the show. That's one part of the show, but let's talk about more about NXT. We have Myles Borne versus Charlie Dempsey. Now, this was like similar to the Heritage Cup 3-round style. Now, first, Myles Borne had defeated Charlie Dempsey in the first round. Second round, there was no decisive winner. Third round, I think Charlie Dempsey cheated, and before the new round started, he won. And then we also, at the end of the day, Myles Borne defeated Charlie Dempsey. So Charlie Dempsey loses, and Myles Borne's out of No Catch Quarter Crew. We're going to see how Myles Borne's solo career starts with being out of No Catch Quarter Crew. Very interesting, though, see how that goes. Now, we had a one-on-one match. This is the debut match of Tyra Mae Steele, the winner of Season 1 LFG, Legend Future Grace, that's on A&E. She won a one-on-one against Ariana Grace. Ariana Grace, we haven't seen her in NXT wrestling in a while. She mostly spent her time on TNA, but Tyra Mae Steele defeated Ariana Grace, so it's a good win for the one of the newest members of NXT. Congratulations, Tyra Mae Steele. Now we got another match here. We had a good match. We had a tag team match. We had tag team match of the men here. We had Javon in there. We had Super Sean Legacy. We had Dragon Lee. We had against the guys of Swipe Right. They was on there. Ethan Page. It was a 8-man tag. Ethan Page, Swipe Right, them guys. Good match. Then we also had here JC James. She make her address to the NXT Universe. Her being the brand new NXT Women's Champion, saying, there was the most shocking win. People didn't see it coming. First, then we see Lainey Reed come out. First time we see her on NXT. She's from NXT Level Up. We see Jordan Grace come out, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Lash Legend. They were all brawling out. But the biggest moment of this segment here is Mariah Mae making her scene. So this is going to be interesting how the NXT Women's Championship picture is going to be, because it's loaded now. Also, we did have and then also we had the main event, TNA, or Trick-N-A, as he called himself. He defends the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana. Looks very good, solid match. It seemed like Mike Santana had some near falls. Trick, it's like he had some near falls. But the turning point was we saw Elijah in the audience. We saw him there, and we saw Trick Williams grab the guitar of Elijah. He smashed it. Then out of nowhere, we saw AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar. Him and his people came out, attacked Mike Santana, costing Mike Santana a match after losing after a trick shot. Trick Williams retains the TNA World Championship. And we're going to see what's going to happen next. But Mike Santana, I know he's going to get his revenge on the first class crew, Top Dollar. But these were all the moments that happened on this episode of NXT. You know, we saw a lot of people. Like we saw Viking. I forgot his name. He beat Alberto Del Rio for his championship. We got the NXT Women's Champion make her address. We saw Obafemi and also Jasper Troy. They made their deal official. They're going to have their match for the NXT Championship. We all saw a lot of stuff going on, but this was a very good, solid show. Let's go over the key moments that happened on this week's episode of NXT, because there was definitely some key moments, something to definitely look into, stuff that may be happening very, very soon, or it may happen down the line, however the case may go. But that's something we're going to look into as far as that goes for the show, because like I said, we are prepared for NXT Worlds Collide at the end of the day. So let's talk about it, the key moments that happened on this week's episode. First thing I do want to discuss on this week's episode of the key moments is, I said it before, it's the NXT Women's Championship picture. Look, all these women balling out. We got Jada Parker, Thea Hale, Kalani Jordan, Lash Legend, Jordan Grace, Lainey Reed, and then Mariah May, of course. JC Jane gonna have her hands full with all these competitors. Now, she do have Fatal Attraction to stay with her, help her hold it down. But this is a very good key moment, so we're going to pay attention to that. Speaking of which, one of the people I mentioned, Mariah May, this is a big, big game changer. Now, we thought after Stephanie Walker and Julia going to the main roster and Roxanne Perez, they all on Raw and SmackDown, we thought that the NXT Women's Division was going to start to go light, but it only went heavier. Her making the scene, I knew she was going to come. We haven't, the last time she wrestled was in AEW back in March when she lost a match against Toni Storm. Great to have her. Can't wait to see what she's going to do on the NXT brand. Now, also, we got Tyra Mae Steele. She won her debut match. Expect Tyra Mae Steele. Now, I don't see her going for the NXT Women's Championship right away. I do see her being a potential contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship because, she got the gold medal gimmick. She won LFG Season 1. That could pretty much put her in line for that. So she could win that championship in the future. Keep an eye on that. I think the current champion right now for the Women's North American title is Soruka. Maybe she's the one to defeat Soruka for that title. I'm just saying, that's something to look into as well. Also, Trick Williams defeating Mike Santana with the help of First Class and retaining his TNA World Championship. Now, I don't know how long Trick Williams is going to hold on to this this TNA title. Now, he could be a transitional champion, but I will say whenever Trick Williams do lose the TNA World title, it's going to be nothing else for him to do, and he's going to eventually have to move on and go to the main roster. I'm just saying. So that's something we're going to look into as well. And, of course, we got to talk about NXT Worlds Collide. There are 5 matches for this particular PLE with the acquisition of AAA from WWE mixed with NXT brand. This is going to be amazing. This is the Money in the Bank weekend. Can't wait to see how this event going to go. This will be in the afternoon, and Money in the Bank will be later that evening. So definitely the cards are stacked. Definitely stacked. But my review of the show of NXT, 5 out of 5. NXT steadies delivering every single week. It may sound like a biased review because I love NXT so much, but it's true. NXT always, I say it all the time, always building storylines, always building characters, always bringing layers on top of layers on top of layers. And it does not get stale in NXT. You guys could tell me different otherwise, but I don't see that happening. Other than that, that's all I have for WWE NXT Mariah May shocking arrival in NXT. You guys let me know what you think of this episode of NXT as we prepare for NXT Worlds Collide. What do you think about Mariah May arrival in NXT? Was it shocking or did you see it coming? I would love to see what you guys got to say about it. Check out the video below for Red Carpet Ring. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUNT.